The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said to his disciples, "As the Father loves me, so I also love you. Remain in my love. If you keep my commandments, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commandments and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy might be in you, and your joy might be complete. This is my commandment. Love one another as I love you. No one has greater love than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you. I no longer call you slaves, because a slave does not know what his master is doing. I have called you friends, because I have told you everything I have heard from my Father. It was not you who chose me, but I who chose you, and appointed you to go and bear fruit that will remain, so that whatever you ask the Father in my name, he may give you. This I command you, love one another." The Gospel of the Lord. Recently, after the celebration of a funeral, I went to greet the mother of the man who had died. She was a woman, 91 years old, in a wheelchair, still fully sound of mind. Her son I had visited in the hospital, and I brought Holy Communion, knowing that he was probably close to the end. And when I went in, he said, "Father, I can't receive." And so I said, "Okay," and I asked the whole family to kind of step out for a minute. And he made his first confession since his first confession over 50 years before. And I went up to his mom to greet her. And before I could get a word out, she just took my hands and she kissed them. And whenever someone does that, which is not very often, it's so profoundly humbling. And what is a person doing? They are reverencing the priesthood of our Lord Jesus Christ. Reading today's Gospel, I thought of that moment, and I was reminded of words that St. John Vianney one time said that I've never really fully understood, but I think I have a new insight into them. St. John Vianney said, "The priesthood is the love of the heart of Jesus." The priesthood is the love of the heart of Jesus. Our Lord gives the third of three gifts, which we read about today in the Gospel of John at the Last Supper, when he says, "I give you a new commandment." What were the first two gifts that he gave? At the Last Supper, he institutes his own priesthood when he says to the apostles, "Do this in memory of me." And he entrusts to them the Holy Eucharist. Yet the truth is, the second two gifts do not exist without the first. We would not have the Holy Eucharist unless our Lord had given his priesthood. And we could never love as he loves without the Holy Eucharist. The priesthood is the love of the heart of Jesus. May we pray for our priests.